right? You do resolutions to
Of course.
authorize paying the bills.
Of course.
Okay, please rise. Pledge allegiance to
To the
the
flag of the United States of America,
to
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First order tonight is we're going to introduce we need a resolution because we're going to introduce a local law to amend the code which allows the ZBA to collect escrow fees for people for appeals. We don't currently have that. So this will schedule us a public hearing for our next meeting next month. So does anybody have any questions about it? And if not, we'll entertain a motion.
I just wanted to, clarification. The way the law is written, I think, and I could be wrong, I just couldn't get clear enough on it by reading it myself and reading the, surrounding areas of the zoning code. But it says, if I'm reading it right, the applicant's supposed to be charged, and I think that the point of this was that there were appellants who were not the original applicants that filed an appeal. And the original applicant got billed for this. So I think what we're trying to do is avoid that, right?
Right.
So I just want to make sure that this accomplishes that objective.
The person
So it should be-
filing the appeal will be the one to pay.
So it's the appellant,
Exactly.
it's the appellant as opposed to
Right.
the applicant.
Right.
Right. And the way I'm reading it, and I could be wrong, it looks like the applicant is paying this fee.
Where are you looking?
I was looking at, well, there's the replace on the first page of the law. You'll see where it says replace on the first
Yeah.
page. And it says, additional reasonable administrative and review costs may be
applicant.
charged back to the applicant. So maybe there's another section of the law that clarifies that, but I couldn't find it.
Well, so the question you're asking is the applicant the person who's made the application for the appeal? Right?
I guess it's one way to ask the question, would that person who's, I'm going to call the appellant, would they be considered the applicant in this situation? Is that going to be clear?
I think if you wanted to make it clearer, you could, which I don't think can ever hurt,
Right.
maybe to say the applicant or to say the appellant. Who used the
Right.
word appellant? Somebody used the word appellant.
Yeah.
The person who filed the appeal.
Right.
the one who
Right.
brought it up from the zoning administrator
Right.
to the ZBA.
So,
Charge.
okay, so Susan, sorry, Jim, sorry. So I think the beginning of the law is what you're reading, but then the second section is under the repeal. And then you see where it says replace, and it's like lighter text, zoning boards. of
Yeah, it says,
appeals
or
may-
decide an appeal, that's
Okay,
the new
so
text.
hold on, zoning board of appeals may require an escrow fee be submitted with a written application for an appeal pursuant to the town code. So does that answer that? Like,
I would just clarify it and add, maybe a written application, or, I'm sorry, may require an escrow fee be submitted from the appellant. So you're very clear who's got to pay the fee.
Right.
Well, and I think if it's, if we're unclear, other people reading the law are going to be unclear. So let's clean it up from now.
Right. Just make,
okay,
Yeah, and it could be done a variety of ways, like who the defined applicant or something.
well, that just gets more complicated with every definition. I agree, it could be done that way.
Yeah.
But if we just say the fee is due from the appellant who's filing the appeal, that's the end of the story.
And change applicant to appellant.
Right, or I mean, you understand the issue, I think, right?
See, it says on the part 2, under purpose, it's specific, it's specified.
Yeah, but that's not gonna go into the text of the code.
Right, I'm
you
just
know.
saying that.
Yeah,
So should we offer an amendment?
yeah, I'm just not sure exactly what that would be. I don't know, you know,
I think there are two parts, that the reference to applicant shall be now appellant, and the second piece would be to add in that last line in the replace that Joe was just referring to, that the escrow fee from the appellant be
I'll second
submitted with the
I'll second the amendment as proposed.
Okay,
Can
so,
you read what
Okay.
you just,
Oh, you see, you're asking me, okay, so the word applicant shall be changed to appellant throughout. And then in the last line in replace in for 165-115, parens A, the zoning board of appeals may require an escrow fee be submitted by the appellant with a written application for an appeal pursuant to. Got that? Okay, we're good?
So we need to vote on the amendment and then vote on the resolution.
I suspect we could have squished them together, is my guess. You can probably approve it as amended.
Maybe.
so this is gonna be on for
So-
way
the,
to just knock it out.
I just wanted
Do
to-
one,
I think,
then do the other.
okay.
Either way,
yeah.
Can I just add, like, this law here, this is in addition to, like, for example, this sounds like the law that we have for escrows, right? So then, that could be, that's one local law. Then this is another local law just for appeals, right? I mean, the text, do you see what I mean? Do you see what I'm asking? Like, the text of appeals, if we take out applicant and we put appeals,
I don't-
we're not changing the first zoning law, right?
I
This is
don't-
just a new zoning law.
I think this is just the section that relates to the appeals from the way it's written.
So,
So
okay,
it's not with the original application, it's
okay,
only the appeals.
all right, so, perfect, so, perfect. So then then I agree with what we just said.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And to do it in two motions, just like when somebody's
I'm
reading
totally
about what
confused.
happened.
What's
might be a
Susan?
good idea.
I know.
What'd you say?
Okay.
I said, no, I'm just totally confused at this point.
Are you confused?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I would just suggest that maybe if you could just put like what the new language would be in writing so we can see it.
Well, just remember, we're only scheduling a public hearing. We're not passing the
But we
law.
would adopt, but what happens is we're scheduling a hearing based on this language,
amendment.
right? Can we amend it before the hearing, even though we've noticed a hearing? I guess you can, right?
This has not been noticed for adoption yet, has it?
No,
And it will be noticed for adoption.
right, and we have a hearing once a month, so.
So what I think is if you adopted two resolutions, you know, one to make the changes throughout, and another one to set it for a hearing, which would carry another notice, and that notice would refer to the new language, I think you'd be okay.
Okay.
Now,
Did the notice actually put forth the actual language?
I think it could just say that it clarifies that, you know,
Who's
we intend that
responsible?
the person who's filing an appeal should be
Right.
the person paying the fees.
Right.
Right.
All right, so when we have the public hearing in May, are we able to adopt it that, if,
I think we
that
can.
day?
Yeah, right?
As
So-
long as there's no substantive
All
change
these-
to the law, to the
all these
resolution.
amendments and everything, the text will be given to us for that meeting, and
I
then,
think we have to have it 3 days in advance, the notice with the actual law text,
I think it's gotta be 7,
or is it 7?
but, I mean, if it won't be on till next month,
Yeah, we're-
Doesn't
we're
matter.
covered.
time to do that.
Right.
Right.
And if the notice is
Did you
gonna
get the
go out,
change?
you know, for the adoption,
Right.
You understand the change?
then
Yeah, but-
it'll have the new language in it,
But not
and
enough for
nobody
me.
can say they didn't get notice.
Is it them?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not
then I
gonna
think
make
we're
the
good.
changes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I do it
All right.
wrong,
Yeah. So it's you who's going to revise the version for it, or the firm, I won't say you, but the firm is going to make
Right.
the revised version for us?
Right.
So that
Yeah.
references to
If I can do
applicant
it.
shall
Mhm.
be changed to references to appellant throughout.
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
I mean, this originally came from Kyle anyways, right?
Correct.
Kyle,
Oh, well
yeah,
then.
so, okay.
And then in the last line, zoning board of appeals may require an escrow fee to be submitted by the appellant.
Yep,
Mhm.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yep.
And so we'll get this revised and we'll get it back out to you. And then we can be in touch with the clerk to make sure that the notice attaches a proper copy
Mhm.
of this. So that
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay, that sounds
Sounds
great.
good.
All right.
Okay,
So again, we need to vote on the amendment
So-
and then vote on the resolution.
Did,
Right.
okay.
so
So I make a motion, well, you made the
I
motion for
propose
the.
I
the
second it.
amendment.
Okay, so we've got all that.
this is for what?
The
The
This is
amendment.
for changing the language, or
Yeah.
the
Okay,
amendment.
and then the next one is to,
Past the public
for
hearing.
the. for the
Yeah,
public
schedule a
hearing.
hearing, yeah.
So we need an all in favor
Yeah,
of
we're all
the
in favor?
amendment?
Of the amendment.
Yes.
Aye.
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 And the second resolution?
Motion to schedule a public hearing.
Schedule for the,
Second.
For
for the
that would
May,
be the May meeting.
the May meeting.
All in favor?
Second?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Aye.
And that May meeting will be when?
Second
Second
Thursday,
Thursday.
which
I had
is,
May,
Quick question, what time are we looking to do the
oh,
hearing?
is it after
May
that?
6th will be after.
Top of the meeting and then go into the regular
So
meeting?
it'd be May
So-
14th,
Yes.
May 14th.
Yeah, yeah.
At 6 o'clock, right?
6
Yes.
o'clock, correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so,
Okay. Takes care of that.
discussion regarding live streaming / committee meetings. Okay?
So this was kind of, I don't know if you want to take the.
I mean, I don't mind taking it. I received a couple constituent, I don't want to say complaints, but more concerns about the last town board meeting wasn't visible for view until Monday. I believe it was like the Friday didn't happen and then it was the weekend. And then the planning board meeting that was in March, I'm guessing, also didn't go to be viewed in the constituents' idea of a timely manner. So we had talked in January about live streaming. So I suggested that we, and through email, I sent an email to the board just saying like, what can we do to live stream and get this up and running? Based on Kyle's recommendation, it is good governance. And so Susan at the same time had been talking to Peter at Video Ventures. So she kind of said that she would do some homework, and I see we got emailed a contract, but I think that's where you took over.
Yeah, well, so we had, he did email a proposal to, for the live streaming. I think that it works out to be a one-time fee of like $1,300 and change. So, I mean, we had a discussion. I happened to be here and Pete just happened to walk in. So we had somewhat of a discussion about everything, about live streaming, but also bringing back Zoom and what would be involved in that. And so we decided we just focus on the live streaming aspect right now. And so this is what we have. I mean, so just bring it to your attention.
Was someone gonna go to the village, and discuss how
Yes.
they do it?
So I went to the village and it's price-wise, it's pretty much the same as live streaming. It was pretty much equal to Pete's quote. So they bought a Movi, I'm probably saying it wrong.
Mevo,
Camera and an iPad, and they do everything themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They don't use a laptop or any of the, I guess, hardwired stuff that we use. So Sarah schedules the camera to records the meeting, live streams it, and they don't do any edits or anything, and then she downloads it to the YouTube channel. So you can watch it live, no participation, and then within 48 hours, she makes sure it's available on YouTube to rewatch.
Why wouldn't we do that instead of?
Well, because it is in the same price range, we were thinking better to maybe still stay with Pete as a safety net, because we do sometimes have connection issues here.
And the village doesn't?
They get Sarah said their audio is terrible, their,
The video.
the video
Oh, well,
is
then
terrible.
that's
and
a
they get-
reason right there.
They get
Okay.
no complaints. We have a very
I love it. Okay,
group of people that complain about our videos.
okay.
So I don't think that would take us out of the
I think
frying
they're on
pan, so to speak. I think that would still cause issues. Do you know what I mean?
That's a reason right there. then.
Right, and
That makes
then-
more sense. Okay.
Anything that goes on, I'm solely responsible for it, and I'm not IT. So I would,
So this enables people to watch it live?
Right.
yes.
What
So
we're currently having our
Right.
meeting?
When-
And then you said 48 hours for what?
it's 24 to 48 hours to upload it
To
to
YouTube.
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
May I ask, so for me, the intent was that the town board, the planning board, the ZBA, all of them be live streamed. Will the people who are responsible, let's say the secretary of the ZBA and the planning, will they also be trained in the technology
Right.
so that they can also live stream?
Correct. And with keeping with Pete, he will actually schedule a training, like a demo for us, to make sure everyone knows how to do exactly what needs to be done.
And if we have a replacement person, he'll train it, or not that we will, but, or if there's a problem, he'll
Right.
sort of like the help desk.
Right. Like
Okay.
the system we have now is pretty easy. We have directions back there. Anyone could go back there and do it. You know, recording does present a little bit of anxiety for, because
I still think I'll get a
the
kid.
standards are high, but I like the idea of live streaming. Pete's recommendation, we talked a lot today. What I got out of it was his recommendation was to start with the live streaming, see how that went, see if we were happier with that, if residents were happier with that, and then maybe go back to the table and see if we want to bring back Zoom. Is that kind of what you
Yeah,
got?
that's it, I kind of
I don't know
understand,
about
yeah.
that.
Because Susan was saying she was interested in,
Right, well, I
Resident
mean, what I hear
participation,
from
yeah.
the public is they would like
Exactly,
to
yeah.
weigh in, and
Yeah.
a lot of people can't physically
It's a
get
small
here,
room to
you
begin
know?
with.
Right, so let's start with the live streaming.
Yeah,
Yep.
so you're,
yeah, we're good.
Do we adopt it, or do you want to make a motion?
Sure, I will make a
Okay.
motion that we enter the contract. I think it was $1,355.
yes, I think I emailed it to you, but if everyone just
Yeah,
wants
I
to look
saw
at it
it.
really.
In order to initiate live streaming. I also saw on the contract that from the time we signed the contract, it would be 2 weeks. So really, hopefully, we can get this going for all of our May meetings.
I will contact Pete
That would be my,
first thing tomorrow.
yeah. Good. So I
Okay,
need a
okay.
I'll second that.
Great.
All in favor?
Sounds good.
Aye.
Good.
Hi.
Aye.
Okay. Thank
Thanks
you,
for doing your
everybody.
homework. Oh, yeah. Thanks for doing my homework.
Okay, Lois, you want to give us a rundown on the Bridge, New York ban? I mean, I tried to do it in an email as brief as I could, but you can fill us all in.
No, it's just that the Bridge New York ban is due this month. And Joe can probably confirm this, and as well as Joe Rufford, that we do not need to have the money in the bank.
Right.
We just have to make sure that we have it available when
Access
we
to
need
it,
it.
yeah.
Mhm.
So my suggestion is to pay the ban. We have the money. Investing in New York class gave us enough interest to pay the interest off. So all is good, and then as time goes on, if we need the ban, then to take it out. But there's no sense in
Kinda makes
having it.
sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
yeah.
Lois, did you find the voucher?
I reprinted it,
All right, so we're gonna sign that.
the
Okay.
Gremlins took
Good.
the original, I think, but yeah, so
Okay.
if there's, I mean, obviously, working through the Bank of Millbrook certainly helps, but, yeah, we just can pay it off. I'm gonna have to do kind of a separate voucher run for that, only because I have to transfer the money tomorrow morning from New York class
Mm-hmm,
into the Bank of Millbrook account
mm-hmm.
to be able to produce a check. So,
Okay.
And that'll take it, if I do it in the morning, it should be there Monday.
Can you give us some idea of, if we pay, by paying off that ban, what the savings are?
Well, it wouldn't be, its savings would be that to not have to pay another interest payment. If we don't have to have the money there,
The interest payment's 54,000, right?
yeah.
Annually?
So it's
Yeah.
$54,000 for the ban. I think my feeling is, what happens if New York Class's Treasury bond rate, whatever, drops, then we haven't made the money for the interest portion of the ban. I don't know. It's up to the board what you want to do, but
How often,
I don't think it's necessary to have it right now. I don't know if the foreseeable this year, what costs are gonna, occur at the culvert, so.
Well, if we're not realizing any great benefit by having the ban, because we have to pay the interest, and we have to
the
pay
interest.
Vanderwater to draw the ban up, so
Right.
there's a cost involved.
how often do we pay the interest? Is it monthly or quarterly?
Annually,
And it's
Annual.
once a year?
Once a year.
Oh, my God.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So if we do not need to renew it at this present time, I don't see why we
right.
should renew it.
Is there any reason why we might need to renew it?
No,
No, at this point in time, actually, there
no,
isn't.
the only stipulation was that we had to prove to New York that we were able to get the money,
Right.
have access to it.
Oh.
So, which we do.
Okay.
I mean, that was it was a complete misunderstanding on my part. I thought we had to have it all as available,
Yeah.
and we don't. So we just need to have whatever bill comes in, money to pay that bill. We don't need to
Right.
have the entire lump sum of the cost of the contract, so,
What's the principal amount on this?
pardon me?
The principal?
What was it, 1.?
1.6
6
million
And,
and change.
and that was for the bridge?
The
culvert.
Oak
The-
Summit
the Oak
Culvert
Summit,
that
okay.
we have a grant for replacement of that.
Right.
It's a Bridge New York grant.
Mhm.
And so, there's regulations involved for having the grant,
Mhm.
and this and that. And my, for whatever reason, understanding was to have the cost of the contract available.
Gotcha, okay.
But we don't need
You
to have
didn't need
that.
it,
I
okay.
had that clarified by our consultant. It's not
Okay.
necessary, which is why it's not necessary to renew it at this present time.
Okay.
So, I guess we probably somebody should offer up a motion to do that.
To what, not
pay
renew
that
it?
off.
Well, to pay it off. Oh,
Right.
yeah, I'll certainly make that motion.
Second to that,
Wait a second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
And just to note that we have been receiving the funds back in a few weeks.
Yes.
It's not a long, it doesn't take months.
Right.
It's usually 3 weeks.
Yep.
And anything that I've submitted has been reimbursed pretty timely.
Mhm.
Is that on the grant, you mean?
No, yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay, thanks, Laura. Joe, you want to give us your report?
The roads that the marathon will be proceeding on that are gravel have been graded, raked, and rolled and are in decent shape. So they're done for the event Sunday, I believe it is. I got a letter from Dutchess County stating that work will begin about the week of April 27th on the county bridge on our Burbank Road, the one that has been delayed for a year.
Have
Yeah.
they settled that? I guess so.
You know what? Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Anything can pop up at any time, I'm sure. But that's the timetable, the start time. So the contractor's been there a couple of times, marking trees, messing with some stuff.
So when's the start again? I'm sorry about that.
The
John.
week of April 27th.
Oh, gosh, all right.
soon. The gas tank that was finally approved by the DEC, I think I mentioned it a month ago, after, I don't know how long, is gonna be installed, hooked up, it is installed on Monday, next. The graders, you have two. One is a 2010, that's the new one. One is a 1985. That no longer functions so good. I have gotten two quotes, both on government contract. I don't know if you're all familiar with this. Instead of bidding, we're allowed to go to what's called a government contract, OGS, Sourcewell, Onondaga bid, which is a county bid. These bids are all accepted by the state as a low bid. When you're building something, that's usually what you do. In other words, you want certain things on it for your use, which is obviously somewhat specific here with these dirt roads, but the grader is in itself. I've got two quotes, they're very close. I'll finalize them soon. Our PMP says that we can proceed with a contractor if they're on the OGS bid system. To go to bid, you're basically going out to retailers who are going to give you a low bid based on their product, but if you don't proceed under government contracts, you're probably gonna pay a lot more. So this will be, whatever it is, it's going to be approximately $330,000, I suspect.
Joe, is this one where you build it and order it to your specs, or will it be one that's already on the
This
ground?
one is going to be, because of the need for it soon, is going to be, one of the bidders here, one of the quotes says they can have it in weeks, which I was shocked.
Okay.
So I guess there's not a lot of call for graders on dirt roads anymore. But, so the other bid is, I think, a year out. That will have a lot to do with when I come back to you and say, hey, here's the reason we're gonna take this one, or maybe the other one. One of them has a very good service program, for a 5-year service program, which I like, because the technology on these things has gotten such that we're not really prepared, you know, to do the exact service it needs. So, but I'll get back to you before once I get this finalized. I'm still waiting. I thought I'd have them both tonight. I only got one, so.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
I talked to Jonathan. We're trying to get some sort of thing that we can all live with here as far as our, well, highway law calls them obstructions, fences, stone walls, plantings that are being put down very close to the road. He and I are gonna work on this. He gave me a start, some ideas. I don't wanna go out and tell people, hey, that stone wall you had here for 30 years, you gotta move it. That's not what we're doing. We're looking to, we have a right-of-way. The right-of-way extends on a 2-rod road, which is a thinner road, less than 20 feet, 16 feet from the center of the road to either side. We're allowed to use that for our machinery, for drainage. The utility companies have the same sort of thing also. When you stick a stone wall up within that ROW, sometimes when you're pushing 3 feet of snow, like this year, that stone wall is gonna get wrecked. There's no intention, it just has to get off the road. I can't pick it up and move it anywhere. And as slow as we go, it still could damage. I've only had one issue this year, but I can see it coming through some phone calls in some previous years. So I'll just let you know, we're gonna try to put something together. You guys will be the final say on it all. And it won't affect anything that's there now. but I'd like to discourage any further obstructions in the right-of-way. And any responsibility for what may happen to them.
So the right-of-way is, you don't determine the right-of-way, it's determined by
It's
state
determined by
law?
basically the width of the road.
And that's according to state law, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so, and we're just asking people to, who have not already obstructed, or gone into the right-of-way, to stay out, is that
you know
basically
what?
what you're
It
suggesting?
should, yeah, and basically, I think it's their property, okay? On that edge of
Okay.
that right-of-way, it's their property.
Mhm.
And I'm not gonna tell them what to do. I'm gonna tell them the possible consequences
Okay.
that the town would not be responsible for. It's not like we're out trying to hit every darn thing we see. But
Do you-
it happens.
Do you think most people actually know what the right-of-way is?
Absolutely not.
Right, right.
And maybe that's the one thing we should communicate, that the town has.
Absolutely, and that, this will do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I'll put it together first, come back to you, obviously. Lawyers will have to look at it to make sure that it's not, you know, something we just absolutely can't say or do. But I suspect, once we provide them with the information, and it's, like I said, it's not, we're not gonna go out and I'm not sure that there should be a permit required. I'm hoping, and it may have to be that way, I don't charge a fee for a driveway permit. I go do it whenever, you know, I can meet somebody or whatever. There's never been a fee here for a driveway permit. If somebody's putting up a fence, I don't believe, John, correct me if I'm wrong, is John here?
Yeah,
Is there a fee for that?
only if it's over 6.5
Okay,
feet.
it's more of an informational thing. A permit would be required, so we can go out and talk to them and see where it's gonna be. No fee. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's their property,
Sure.
as far as I'm concerned, they can do what they want. It's more to put up something nice looking or whatever, but if it's in that right away and it gets hit or harmed, we can't be responsible, the town.
Right,
Make sense?
sure.
Yes, makes sense.
All right, I think that's all I got.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks, Joe.
Questions?
Thanks for your efforts with these dirt roads for this summer,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Mr. Supervisor,
Yes, sir.
at some point, and I don't want to get out of order with anybody, can I go back to the resolution? about
Yeah,
the
yeah.
escrow
Go ahead.
charges? Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay, pardon me. Two things. I assume that this motion to set the hearing was also a motion to introduce the local law, correct?
Yes.
Correct. Okay, thank you.
yeah.
And then, while you were discussing other reports, I looked through the language, and in some places, grammatically, you would want to say that it may be charged back to the applicant, or the appellant in the case of an appeal to the ZBA. And then that recurs a couple times in here.
Right.
Yeah.
So I won't do it verbatim, but
Right.
Right.
the idea is to make sure that when there's an appeal to the ZBA, it gets charged to the appellant. And there'll be other times when people are just applying to the planning board or the zoning board or whatever, where they would be charged a fee as an applicant.
Correct.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a
That's why
separate
I
law.
wanted to clear that. I wanted
Yeah.
to clear, that has nothing to do with this law. This is strictly for appeals, because we have the other law for the applicant, for the original applicant.
Right.
That's why I asked that.
No, and
All right.
this law says specifically for an appeal.
Right, and I
Right. So,
I just want to make sure I have the
Okay.
marching
Yeah.
orders.
Yeah.
all right,
Okay, thanks, Joe.
Pardon me, thank you.
no problem.
Chrissy, you want to give us your report?
Sure, so for the month of March, the town clerk's office brought in $2,518 worth of revenue. I don't know if anyone noticed, we installed a camera outside in the entrance, just so we can see who's coming in the building. We have an iPad in our office, just a safety measure. It wasn't expensive, it was a one-time fee.
Wasn't there always a camera there?
There was, but we couldn't see who was coming in and out of the building. We just saw them coming in the lobby.
Oh.
So if there's anything outside the building, we now have
Okay.
video of that. The town clerk report was submitted to the supervisor. We're still accepting tax payments with penalty to June 1st. We've collected over $7.5 million right now and have reconciled all that between the county and the bookkeeper and the supervisor. Danielle's rec department's hosting an Earth Day, April 19th, so the town clerk's office will be there, and we're ordering our new transfer station permits for they expired June 30th, 2026. So we'll also be sending out letters to the residents to let them know that those permits will be available to them shortly if they want to buy them. And then I do have the panic button information. Do you want me to just?
Yeah, can she
Sure.
go for it?
So, I think we had decided, you guys had decided that the panic button was a bit pricey.
Yeah.
So I called Superior, our phone company, and we had a line on our phone that was available, but we hadn't had it coded to anything. So we coded it to 911 today for no additional fee because we were already paying for it. And so now all McKenna has to do is it's like an extension, press 911.
We're also looking at possibly, if she feels necessary, you notice she changed the angle of the desk.
Yeah.
She actually felt threatened in 3 different incidences, and that was part of the problem. And she's in here basically by herself. And so, she could yell, but they won't necessarily hear her. So the 911 gives her at least a sense that the police will come, and she didn't want to have somebody see her pull out her cell phone and ask for it, which makes perfect sense. The second thing is and possibly is somehow enclosing her, so if somebody brings in some sort of weapon, she's not exposed. So we're gonna looking for
Chrissy, the 911, you can be accessed by the landline phone or by the cell phone?
Yeah, by the landline. She doesn't even have to pick up the phone receiver.
Just dial 911.
She can just hit her extension.
Hits a button.
And that way, they can hear what's going on at the same time. They can continue to monitor
They explain.
while they dispatch.
Oh, that's good.
And then we tested it today, and I didn't know you had to call to let the sheriff's department know that you were testing. So then everyone's like, "Chrissy, the police are here." I'm like, "Oh no." So it works.
No.
Keeps the door closed? Like when I come into the town hall, her door's closed. Is that for privacy or just so she can get her work done? Because like if I'm in here, I probably want my door open as opposed to so people can see what's going on. But I don't know if it's
Right.
like she's
She's
dealing with
open.
court
Well,
records.
Years ago, we had that door made so you could close the bottom half of it
Right.
Right.
and lock it.
She
and
kind
keep
of
it
does all 3. I
half
think
open. So
there are
that's
days
a good
where
thing.
she gets no foot traffic in here, and she's got her door open, and other days she might feel a little intimidated by a situation, and she'll close her door or just.
We'll just close the
do the
bottom
half
half and
door.
lock it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that won't necessarily stop somebody, if they're coming
No.
in to do business with her
Yeah.
for some reason, you still have the same problem.
Yeah. And then Matt, I have a quote from Matt. He's thinking of making a door for that
Door.
door, between McKenna's desk and the filing room, and it was a quote for about $2,000. But I do think he has to build it. But
Yeah.
this is just something he's throwing around.
The 2,000 is if it's special ordered,
Okay,
and if he has to make it, then it's the lower price.
it's the lower price. Okay,
Okay.
I wasn't sure. So okay, but that's
Which
something.
gives her a place to retreat if need
Right.
be.
Okay.
So
Here's
hopefully.
another thought. What about, would McKenna want the glass backup that we used?
We
in
talked about
COVID?
that, but it's
Yeah.
pricing that, I'm gonna guess, really getting bulletproof glass is more expensive
Yeah.
than anything else.
But I don't know if even just the glass, she would feel better.
We did talk
have
about it,
yeah.
the idea.
Okay.
But she
But
did
we
just.
do have a piece of glass for that. It's not bulletproof, but because
Right,
of
it
COVID.
is thick. I think Bob Audia actually made it during COVID and put it up. We had discussed that with her,
Mhm.
and Matt had thought it was just a bit cumbersome because she will still have to step around
Yeah.
to say, please
Yeah.
sign your credit card.
Well,
Or,
unless you
Yeah.
put a little
Yeah.
cutout where she could pass it.
you could do that.
It seems to me if you're gonna put glass up, the glass is not gonna intimidate very many, if somebody really wants to do it. If you're
No,
gonna do it,
no.
you really want something that's going to protect her.
Mhm.
I
And
mean,
so,
right, but I mean, it's the same thing. They could walk out of here and go in the clerk's office. Like we're not going to bulletproof glass the whole.
oh, we weren't? I
Building.
thought- Yeah, I know.
You know, I mean,
No, but it's because she's by herself. They at least
Right.
usually have 2 or 3 of them in there
Yeah.
together.
And it's important to note, this is not so much for court because we do have Jim Burnell, the constable, and
Right.
we do have the 2 sheriffs. This is when she's here Monday through Friday, 9 to 12.
By herself.
By herself. And Maxine was in the meeting with her, and
Yeah.
she has expressed concerns that she doesn't always feel 100% safe.
Yeah, I get
She
it.
was intimidated literally intimidated.
No, and I would want the protection too.
Yeah, I mean, we could ask the police to just stay with her, but I don't think that's any less expensive.
Right.
So,
Well, I think these are like good common sense solutions.
The 911 goes a long way to getting her something, because at least, I mean, they're right here, they can hear it, and, you know, we know that it goes either directly to the police or it goes to Troop K. So that's a big thing right there. That, I'm sure that makes her feel a lot better already, or if she
yeah,
doesn't
she
know
doesn't
that.
know about it. I
Oh,
did
well,
it. It will happen.
Tell her
at
she
2
feels
o'clock.
better.
We'll get her how she feels tomorrow. I think she's going to feel better.
Yeah, and
think
you
she
said
just
she
wanted
even felt
something-
better moving
Yeah,
the desk a
when
little
she
bit.
moved her desk, she just wanted to feel better, and I
Yeah.
think this is in a good direction.
And then we can still look at, you know, at least we can price out what it would cost to give her a real enclosure. Nobody says we have to do
She
it.
does need a new desk anyway, I think. Part of that is.
And
desk
maybe
is
they
falling
sell them
apart,
pre-made.
You know, so.
They might, they sell everything else pre-made, why not?
Yeah.
County has the.
Yeah, she's going to go to the county.
Oh, right, okay.
On Violet Street, they have, Violet Avenue, they have municipalities and any kind of like county or
Right.
buildings, any furniture they don't use anymore, they bring to this one warehouse, and we've gotten a lot of our furniture there.
Excess.
And it's free, and some of it's in really good condition. Like my desk is beautiful, and we got it for nothing. We just happened to go gone in a day,
You know,
so she might get lucky. She might,
Oh, good.
you know,
okay.
Sounds
be
good.
free. We like it when it's free.
I like that.
Okay. Thanks, Chrissy. Is that it?
Yeah.
Danielle?
Gary, can Jonathan go first so he can?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right, so for building zoning, for the building side, month of March, 24 inspections and site visits were conducted, issued 13 building permits, none were renewed. 1 CO was issued, no certificates of compliance. There were 2 expired building permits at the end of the month. No fire inspections were conducted, and there's 3 that are overdue or failed. I received a complaint by an anonymous letter about a house being substantially complete with no recorded CO and was assessed incorrectly. The property in question does have a current building permit for a new residential structure. It's a property out on Milewood. The house burned down years ago. They demolished it. Somebody
Oh, I know
bought
which
it.
house.
Now they're gonna be building a house. So I went to investigate it. There's a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to do foundation work. So I don't know what prompted that letter. No idea who it was from. It wasn't signed. No return address on the envelope. So, but I investigated it. It was unfounded. Closed the complaint on that one. For zoning, 5 municipal searches were completed. 2 site visits were made. 4 FOIL requests were received and completed. I received a complaint from a neighbor of a parcel on Jameson Hill saying they're doing a commercial, looks like a commercial logging business off of a residential lot. So I went and investigated it, and sure enough, there's a massive amount of cut logs, processed firewood, commercial vehicles sitting on it. And no special permit. It's in the RL5, so forestry is allowed by special permit, but they have nothing. So sent them a cease and desist letter, certified mail. I know they got it because I got the receipt back on it. I have not heard anything. It gave until the 19th of this month to correct it. So give them to the 19th, I'll go out, and if they still haven't fixed it, then we'll pursue further action.
What's the
I
address on Jameson Hill, where?
I'll have to get that for you.
Okay.
I didn't write it in the report,
By fixing it, you mean they have to remove all that stuff?
all of
Is
it.
that what you mean?
Firewood's gotta go, the logging's gotta go, and all the commercial vehicles gotta come off it.
And then they would have to go to the ZBA
Yep.
if they want to.
If they wanted to
pursue
do
it?
that, yeah. So it's not in the ag district, but RL5 does allow forestry, but I doubt the neighbors would want it considering they're already the ones not happy about it.
Okay,
So,
all right.
but yeah, it's all gotta go. And if it's not out of there, then pursue further action on it.
Yep. Okay,
So,
good.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, John.
absolutely.
Okay, Danielle.
Hi, everybody. Camp registrations have opened, and as you know, we are doing full days. And so I checked the registrations for last year, and last year we only had about 25 people registered for camp. And right now, we have 3 different sessions, and we have 36 people signed up for session 1, 37 for session 2,
Wow.
and 50 for session 3.
Wow.
So we're
Wow.
game ready, and it keeps going.
Do you have enough counselors?
Counselors we're good on, little directors we need help with, and lifeguards we're good too so far. Our toddler program is gonna have an art show, so I want you to have the date so you can come to it. It's very, you should go, it's awesome.
I will.
June 5th, 6 PM, the location is 30 Maple Avenue, and the artists get dressed up and bring their parents and families. It's very impressive.
So it's at the school, what's 30 minutes? Yeah, okay.
It's at Lyle, okay, I was wondering if it's permanent.
What's 30 minutes?
It's where the toddler program is. The adult program, we are having a lunch on April 14th, which is salad and pizza. Our first bus trip is Saturday, April 18th. Everybody's getting picked up at 8:30 here. We'll be back by 6 PM. There are 41
Nice.
Where is that going?
registration.
Where?
It's the Casino Monticello.
Oh, good.
High culture.
They like it.
They did.
Egg hunts that just happened. We had the Friday night Twilight Egg Hunt, which 25 to 30 people showed up for that. They had a movie for the first time from 6 PM to 8, and there was popcorn, and then they had the egg hunt afterwards. Well, there were
40 children, when you say 41
about
children?
25 to 30 children,
Oh, goodness.
and their parents came. The parents watched the movie while the kids played.
What was the movie? What was the
And I-
movie?
What was that?
What was the movie?
Zootopia 2.
Oh, okay.
Saturday, we had bags ready for 75 children, and they had to make extras. So it was really well attended. And the kindergartners to younger went at 10:30, and the older children went at 11. And
No snow this year.
no snow, but that was really fun,
That
wasn't
was
it?
fun.
We did have an Easter bunny there, and thanks to Morgan Moffett for that. He was a wonderful Easter bunny. And there were several commissioners there to help with that. We are up to 3 wedding ceremonies that I've conducted so far this year. There's a fee of $75 for that, and hopefully we'll have more. We have an Earth Day celebration on April 19th. We have 15 vendors coming. We have a food truck. The vendors are selling sustainable, recycled, and upcycled items. There's demonstrations, face painting, Cary Institute, Cornell Cooperative, the Fire Department, the library, Stonewood Farms, the town clerk's office will be there, and much more.
This is at the park?
We will be, the Recreation Department will be giving away spider plants in containers to give people ideas of what they can do. And the Millbrook Marathon is this Sunday. We're just bouncing back and forth to different weeks. So the guys have been working really hard at the park. It's never looked so good. The blacktop is cleaned up from the mess for the winter, and we have a new groundskeeper helping Matt right now. He's doing a fabulous job. Matt has the water running at the park, so that's great. We had to wait until the 20-degree weather was over with. So he did that. There was a couple of busted pipes that happened today that he had to turn it on, turn it off, fix the pipe, turn it back on. It busted again. So
Wow.
a couple things. So Matt's great. So he handled it with not a problem. So the bathrooms will be set up. They're also having porta potties there. I met with John, who came here for our meeting, and we talked about the placement of the big bus, the medical bus that they bring. And they're having a lot less people parking at our park this year. They're having some people parking at Rudy's and some people parking over by the gas station. There's a grassy area by the gas station that George Whalen owns that
Yeah.
some people are parking at. So there will be less traffic at the
Where?
park.
Where that park, where?
John said that by the gas station, there was a grassy area that George Whalen owns.
The gas station in the
So-
Oh, I
village.
know, okay, I know.
On
In-
40,
Mavisville.
yeah, on
In
44.
Mavisville,
Oh,
like,
right, right, right.
But it's like before the
Right.
storage.
Yeah.
Do they give transportation to the?
No.
Okay.
So they have to walk to the
They
start?
run.
I asked,
No, they
and
run.
they said it's very.
Yeah,
Marathon.
very funny.
Walk back and forth from
Okay.
parking areas.
It's not that far.
Groundskeeper, so Matt has been doing a lot of work. So he had the garage doors removed from the building so that we're getting ready to start doing some work on that. The Basefield field, it looks better than it has in 20 years. So Matt has been tearing up the field, putting down new dirt and clay. We got more clay that's supposed to be on top. They're rollering it with the help of some of the Taconic Little League coaches. We're getting some benches. The feet of the benches were delivered, but not the top part where you sit on yet, so we're waiting on those. This field was dedicated to the Dyson family in 1983, so we're gonna let them know that all the improvements are being made. The small pavilion is getting a facelift. We're putting cedar shakes up on it. We're painting it brown with green trim. Matt has assembled 7 new picnic tables that are also green and 4 new trash cans. So that will be finished around the 20th. Feel free to stop by.
Okay.
The town hall is getting a little cleanup so far, and next week there'll be some more cleanup. So the winter edging where the snow was removed was kind of messy, so the seed has been planted and strawed, and he'll be working up front next week. So we did have a piece of playground equipment that was broken and unusable for quite some time that had been just standing there, so Matt removed that with a lot of work. But it's covered up, and we're looking into a new piece to put in for the time being to just judge the playground up a little bit. There's a concession stand agreement and resolution that you have in your packets. So if you can just view that, and
This is the same person as last year, right?
that's good.
Okay. And they seem to be bringing people in to the park, I think.
Yeah.
right?
They did bring in some live music last year.
Mhm.
We are now going to be doing it, not them. They won't be responsible for that. But they've given me the names and numbers of the people that they brought in last year, so.
So this has been a good plus for the park.
Yes. In the beginning, we had no idea if it was going to make any money. So they tried it out, and they really do like it.
Okay, good. Are we supposed to adopt a resolution?
Looks like it. I think you have to vote on the resolution.
It's basically the same lease as last year, isn't it?
Correct.
And the fee is the same?
No, the fee went up $100.
Okay. I mean, seems pretty cheap to
Okay.
me
It
for
is
a
pretty
lease,
cheap,
but
but you know,
It's only on
it's baby
Saturdays or
steps.
weekends, right? I mean,
No,
it's,
they're there
other than
when the park is
during-
open.
oh, okay.
what do they serve?
They serve burgers and wraps and fries and ice cream.
And they're, just for the record,
No alcohol.
and there's been no problem with any of the food, nobody's, okay.
Nobody was sick that time.
I told
In
you
the
this.
past, it's been hard to get a vendor there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know that they're, making a killing on this by any means.
No, I just was, I wasn't gonna question the amount anyway, I
Yeah.
was just curious.
Okay,
Okay,
she did say that they did well last year in comparison to the year before.
Because the year before is when I talked to her and they had not, yeah. But,
Just-
Good.
just for my own edification, so does the insurance that covers the park have referenced the coverage for the vendor? In other
The
words,
vendor has to come up with their own insurance.
so,
she has
and
to
and
get
the park is an
certificate.
additional named insured under the
Correct.
policy? Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
And it says it in that agreement.
okay. Well, I didn't get that far.
And she needs this in order to start the process of Department of Health. She needs a copy of this agreement.
Okay. I'll make a motion. Move to approve it,
Okay.
the contract, and pass the
A
resolution.
second for
I'll
that?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
So, yes, you sign it.
Do you want this? Do you
Yeah.
have, do you want one of these signed?
Yours.
Yours, yeah.
Everybody else have black and white, you go color.
Do you need this filled in, this front, you know?
The motion and the second and the vote.
Yeah.
I'll do that,
Now,
yeah.
where is it?
I think,
Yeah, that's, yep, that's,
right?
that's it.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
It's up to the board.
I've never seen
There's a lot going on up there.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah, it's all good, though. It's great.
Good team.
Huh?
We have a good team.
Oh, yeah. Lois?
The bank reconciliations have been completed through February. I started on the March bank reconciliation. I have provided the board with the bank account, Bank of Millbrook, and the New York class bank balances. Transfer station invoicing and receipts are good. We sent out monthly statements and it's unfortunately the cost of mailing them, but it does bring extra, people to the money in.
Mhm.
People, they always seem to claim that they didn't get the original invoice as well. And I keep the ones that have been returned, just as proof, whatever. The roughly revenue from the Justice Court has been received. The building departments and the town clerk's audits have been received. I have to complete the payroll tax returns by the end of this month. It's the federal and state. They're done online. We talked about the bridge in New York.
Yeah.
And I just want to have, usually I have Gary sign a form authorizing me to move the money, but I want to do it first thing tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
if that's okay. And
Sure.
I'll put the form on the desk.
Sure.
Otherwise it'll delay it a couple of days. And then I will gonna be researching alternative accounting software solutions. I didn't meet, but met a company that also, the town clerk's office uses their software. And they do have accounting software and payroll solutions. So I'm gonna talk to the gentleman, maybe then all can be somehow integrated. But I really wanna start pursuing that. It'd be nice if I could do direct deposits for payroll. This way I don't have payroll checks getting lost. I think this system does it, but knowing this system that we have now, I'm not completely confident that it would handle it. So, yeah, and then I just wanna also, at some point, look into doing more ACH direct payments
Mm-hmm.
because of the mail. I have 2 or 3 checks that get lost every month, and I have to stop payment on them, which the bank, doesn't charge us, but it's just stopping the payment,
Yep.
issuing the check.
You want to join the 21st century is what you're saying.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
really.
So, I'd like a software program that also is incorporated into that instead of having to do a second step. So hopefully, I'll also talk to Springbrook, which is, we had KVS with them.
Yep.
And just look at their, they'd have new software. But hopefully, I can find something and get it implemented by January 2027, next January would be a good cutoff period. Also, we made available to several of the employees that have to clock in and out every day, a couple times a day, like Lisa Ignelli, who comes back from her meetings. McKenna comes back for court. I've geo-fenced the town hall property and up at the park and pool. So they have an app or they can do it on their desktop, but they have to be here. They can't log in and out they have to be on the property. I know people have had a little bit of trouble. The time clock won't let you take a break twice a day. So this way, they can hit break, or they can clock in, they can clock back in. And I think everyone's been really happy with it this past week.
Good.
They also can see their timesheets, they're clocking now. So I'm going, the Wednesday before payroll, please check your clocking, let me know. And, you know, and then they can see what they've been doing. Because right now, they don't see what they're doing. I'm catching it, I'm looking at it. It's a lot of time spent on my end, making sure people's clocking is correct. But, so I think the employees should be able to see their clocking. How do they know that they're getting paid the right amount, you know? So,
Lois, is there any way for their supervisors to check their clocking?
what do you mean by?
Like, can I have access to see my employees to double check?
I
Also?
don't know, I would have to make you a manager, and then, we could try it. And you would be able to see it, you would,
Because I would be able to catch them too.
Yeah.
along with it.
we could figure out something as well, that's great too. Because right now, their employees aren't seeing what their clocking is, and now they have 3 options. If they forget to clock in and out, I've given them 3 options: the time clock, the desktop, and their app. So,
Okay.
and I even have the geofencing on my phone, you know, just make sure it's working. And I tried it from home and I can't clock in. So,
That's interesting,
it
okay.
took a while to figure it out,
Yeah,
but I think it benefits everybody.
Sounds
Benefits
like
my
it should.
time, benefits the employees.
yeah.
And it was only a few employees really that utilized it anyway, so.
Good.
So that's that.
Thanks,
That's my
Lois.
report.
Thank you. Good report. You're up.
I'm up. Okay. 2 things I want to talk about. One is the county has opened up the Municipal Innovation Grant. And it is a matching fund grant. So with all county grants, they're reimbursed. So you put the money out and then they reimburse. They're reimbursing 50% up to $25,000. So a $50,000 grant, specific for infrastructure, safety, upgrades to municipal buildings. So I think it's an opportunity that we should be looking at. It's basically $25,000. We would have to spend $25,000, but we would get a $50,000 project.
Does it have to be just in the building, or could it be for something like blacktopping?
So it's more, I mean, could blacktopping happen? Yes, but does the grant specifically say for things like HVAC, plumbing, windows?
So capital
Yes.
improvements.
It says I think it's geared more towards
We've
that.
got it all that we
I know.
need, so.
So just off the cuff, as I emailed you guys, I thought that the low-hanging fruit for this building was the windows, but I certainly don't know this building anywhere near as well as other people. And I know we had an HVAC problem this winter. So the grant is due. I researched the grant, but then to go into the portal, you have to create an account. I didn't want to create the account because I assumed that somebody in the town already has an account, and I didn't want to have duplicitous accounts, so I didn't go into it. But the county grants historically are pretty easy to apply to. It has to be the chief elected official in the town, or he or she can give permission to somebody else to apply. And it's due May 13th, so there is some time sensitivity to it.
Is my memory incorrect, or didn't somebody tell me that we already we had one of these grants?
We do have an open mid grant. It's for the senior center. It was a
It was designated for specifically the senior
specific for
center.
the seniors. It was a
Okay.
senior center grant, and that is still open, but they're constantly working on it and updating it. So it wouldn't preclude us from applying for another one.
Okay, when you say open means we haven't used it.
We are
We've used it.
currently.
It's-
You're drawing it down. Okay, okay.
So, I mean, I would just
And
like to,
you answered my question, the next question already.
Right.
Thank you.
I would just like to, I would like to apply for it. I would like for us
Sure,
to apply
why
for
not?
it. It's,
We
free
should.
money.
Absolutely.
And I just think we need to prioritize what project that we think we should go for. Again, I defer to other people who know
I
this
cannot
building.
imagine that 50,000 will do the windows, though.
Well, it
So
won't do
Deirdre,
all.
Matt already has
What did we spend
pricing
last
on the
time,
windows?
Lois?
For this upper windows, it was just under 40 grand.
It's
Um,
60 now.
Right.
Do the downstairs on what you want.
So really, we could, you
Are
know,
all of them, Daniel, like this side, or
No, the
just the
same, I
back?
think we did 9 last year.
You're
9 is
kidding
costing
me.
60.
right, so we can get 9 new windows for 35,000, basically. You accessing the 25,000 from the county. If windows is what everyone deems as a priority, I don't know that it's a priority. I mean, I've thought about doors, but the doors have all, because I thought safety, that's a great, but the
Right.
doors are all seem to be upgraded in the building.
What happened with
What
the,
about, sorry, Susan.
No, go ahead.
What about court upgrades,
not safety, no.
you know? Because I envision, like, why did we have to have the desk in this room? Why can't we just cut a window open in there and have her office back there?
That
with
would be
glass?
fine with me, except
You know
for do
what
you
I
think
mean?
we can get that done and applied for by May 13th?
Yeah.
You have to
get it
complete the
done.
work
You have to
first?
No,
complete it?
no, you have to have the application in by May 13th. So you have to have somebody come in and look at.
Give us a budget.
So you think it's actually gonna cost $60,000? I mean,
50 is the grant.
50?
Yeah.
That's not, I mean,
That's
that
the
might be
max.
something Matt can do versus
yeah,
doing
okay.
60,000.
Okay.
All right.
And it's not enough to do your garage, the town garage,
What was-
unfortunately.
What was the
Damn,
heat issue?
I keep
in-
trying.
What was the heat issue on the second floor in the winter?
The what issue?
The heat. There was no
Okay,
heat
so it
for a
doesn't
long
get you
time?
landscaping either.
What was,
Outside of the building. for-
They remedied that. They did fix the.
it's fixed?
Yeah.
They put
Yeah.
splits in.
Yeah.
So, but how many windows actually need to be done?
They all need to be
I
done.
won't say my office.
Yes.
Gary, you sit at
All-
your desk.
Oh, terrible,
Wait,
isn't it?
all
It's
meaning,
terrible.
They
all
all
on the ground
shake,
floor,
they
or-
all-
or
And they
the
need to
second
be
floor you
custom.
already
So,
did?
Second
all
floor, we
right,
did the
windows it
second
is.
floor.
So-
right?
so-
Because
Yeah, it sounds
it
good.
sounds
But
like
if you're gonna,
energy efficient.
but if you're gonna do part, you don't want to limit it to 60, you want to do all of it at once and get it done.
We did the top floor last
Right, no,
year.
I meant just the ground floor, I know we did the top.
Well, we only
And
have
this-
to deal with it in the sense of getting this application in for the
Right.
grant. We may choose to do all the windows if we have money, but for the grant, we could say we're doing the 9 windows and get the matching funds.
They won't give us more?
No, 25,000 is the max.
So we can, but we need it spec'd out
60
in
for
the
everything or
application
just
by
the
May
9?
14th.
Correct.
All
Because
right,
they're all custom.
just the day before our
Yeah,
next
oh,
meeting.
yeah, that
Right.
does make it a problem.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, but again, I defer to,
No, it makes sense. I mean, I just think it's a waste not to do all of the windows at once. You have half the building or part of the building. I mean, how many windows are down here?
Oh.
20, 19, 18?
Well, we have to.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 or 13, right?
If that's it, it doesn't make sense to do 9 out of
And the
13.
bathroom.
I mean, wherever the money's gonna come from, and I know we have a reserve, we have other, but if you're gonna do 9, it's not like we have 20 to do. You're gonna do half. Do the grant, but do all 13.
I don't
Don't waste
disagree.
your time.
Okay. So,
so next steps for that, I don't know who has access to the portal. I don't know, does Matt have the estimate for the windows?
I'm sure he does.
Okay, so, I'm happy to be the point person, but I actually can't even apply. It has to be, I think Gary or Chrissy has to apply.
Unless he
can't I
designates,
just tell you?
he can't delegate it to you?
I might have to be in writing, but
We could do.
do you, who has the portal access, the grant portal access?
Chrissy.
I have
Chrissy
that.
does.
Okay,
Can you,
so,
sorry, go ahead, but ask Matt how much it would be if there's any way to, you know, by doing all of them at once, the price gets better.
We're gonna have to go out to bid also.
Of course,
So, yeah.
you need at least 3, right? Don't you need at least 3 bids?
No. If only one person bids for it,
Mhm.
you could go out to bid, but I don't think you have to, right? Is that how it goes?
if you're getting pricing, you have to get it from 3.
If
That's
you
what I
get-
thought.
You have to get
Get it
3
from
prices,
the
but
bid,
if you
right.
have a bid and you only have
One
one
bidder.
person bid, then you can use that bid. As long as it was an advertised bid process. But if you do pricing in-house and you don't go out to bid, you have to get 3 prices.
Okay, that's,
So, back to the windows. So if we go out to bid, do we need to do that prior to May?
I don't think so. I mean, I think the intent is there, because if the fact is, if we don't get this grant, we may not end up doing the project. So I don't think they're gonna force us to go to
We always
bid.
did it
Okay.
after. We
Yeah.
got-
We did, okay.
And because the announcement comes and then and then, you know, you have the autumn to finish it. So,
Good.
I guess what needs to happen is you, Matt, and I need to just get in a room at some point very soon and get that
So
underway.
you're saying the bottom level because the top has not been finished?
Right.
Oh, it hasn't?
This whole
No.
side on the
Yeah.
top.
My bullet hole is still in my.
How many, so just out of curiosity, how many are on the top that are not done?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh my God, yeah, those the ones.
And then there's
8 or 9.
In the hallway,
For the grant purpose, I'm gonna spend
But we were really
about
worried about
60,000.
this side because that's where the sun.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
okay, because, so down here, there are 13 basically, and
Right.
doing all of those makes sense. I would guess next year we'll get a different grant and do finish the upstairs. I guess that makes, I mean, I'd say do all of it, but I don't know where the money would come from to do all of
Right.
it. I don't know how
If we
that.
had a chance to get another
That's
25 next
the
year
Right.
or whatever, then that'd
Right.
be nice.
All right, so Matt, Chrissy, and I are gonna get in a room in the next, very soon.
yeah.
Poor Chrissy, I'm overwhelming you.
No, no.
And get that going.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just, you know, it's
Yeah,
free money.
absolutely.
And then the other thing is continued conversation about the RFP for the reval. I've met with Lisa a couple times, and we're working on it. I came to Chrissy's this week and brought her sample RFP from ORPS. They
Right.
have one
Right.
done. And then Town of Clayton, New York, which was very similar in size parcels to us. I got their RFP because they did a reeval in 2023. Chrissy got that. And then I also got the old Town of Washington, when we did it in 2002, that reeval, that RFP. So we're kind of melding all three documents together and writing the RFP. The issue was Lisa is trying to get her final tax roll done by May, so some of the wording and some of the assistance we needed from Lisa, and she just didn't have the time. So we'll get it done for the May meeting.
I just had a question, because there was an email from Lisa, where she expressed the view, and I mean, she's the chief assessment professional here, that she didn't think that it was appropriate, she didn't want to do a reval now. And you know, and my understanding was that she's in the middle of increasing, you know, of updating the inventory for all the properties. And this kind of interferes with that. It may override it in some ways, some of the data, so that the data may end up becoming less accurate than it has been, you know, with the work that she's been doing. I don't want to speak for her because I'm kind of paraphrasing this email that I saw, but I just think that if our chief assessing person is going to be central to this whole process, if she's not in favor of this, and this is going to cost us a couple $100,000, I think we got to look at this a little bit more closely.
Well, she's in favor of doing it, it's just the time frame.
Right, that's,
Right,
right.
you said
So-
it better than I did.
And we have
yeah.
delayed it a year. I believe she was not in favor for the 27 roll, was mostly, and now we're moving it up to the
The
28
email,
roll.
yeah, the email
I think
just,
she was actually
yeah,
looking
she
for
didn't
another
specify,
year.
Yeah,
Because she believes, I thought it was another year that she was gonna need to update to complete the data collection.
Right.
I just think it would be
that's
good
easy
if
to
we
ask her
had-
though. I'd ask her what her timing
So-
would be.
Maybe we should bring her in
So-
for the next meeting, they
Sure.
had to get her viewpoint
But that
on
doesn't
this.
mean you can't, sorry, Joe, go ahead.
We've obtained a review point several times on this, and we've discussed data collection, that whether we do it in-house or whether the reeval does it. So what is the point of having her do data collecting if whoever we hire to do the reeval has to do their data collecting?
That may be the case, I'd just like to hear her point of view.
It would be more up-to-date
Yeah.
from the person doing the reeval.
So you're saying that you disagree with her point of
They
view?
think,
For that specific point of view, yes, I do.
I think that,
Yes, I
because she
do.
does this on a
Specifically,
day-to-day.
Data, and I spoke with her about that.
Right,
Doug and I have spoken to her about that.
right, so,
So it's not cost effective to have us continue to do reeval here if we're gonna turn around and data collecting rather, excuse me, if we're gonna have the reeval company start all over and do their data.
Well, maybe that's a conversation we can have with her here at a meeting. I mean,
Okay.
I heard her there
Yeah, I
once, but
think
Yeah,
that was
because
brief.
let's have it,
I
but
think
that's what we.
she's
Yeah,
concerned
right.
about the quality of the data collection.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
if it's gonna be garbage in, garbage out, that's the problem that we had with the 2006 revale. And I don't know, you could be right, Joe, I have no idea, but I just
Right.
think we gotta get her
I'm just
input
telling
on
you
it.
of past conversation.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, sure,
Right.
okay.
Okay,
so-
But that doesn't stop you from working on developing the right RFP whenever we send that out
That's a
and
good
whenever we
point.
get the information. That can keep going
Well,
forward.
except for ORPS might change the, you know, if we're talking a 2-year delay, I think I would not be in favor of developing the RFP if we're 2 years out, in the sense that ORPS will probably change the recommendations.
You can change the shell, you can make the shell of the RFP
Right.
so it's ready.
And I think we kind of
yeah.
have that, the shell. So this is what I'm gonna suggest then, is that we table the RFP, we still have time, you know, we really
Right,
have a few
we do,
months.
yeah.
And we'll bring Lisa in May, and we'll have the conversation.
Yeah, I think that's a great
Makes
idea.
sense.
Yeah. I think so.
All right,
Okay.
That's
Sounds
all I
good.
have.
yeah, I mean, we all need to be on the same page, that's all.
Right, yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of money we're spending, it needs to be done right.
Yeah, my other concern is, you know, it's with anything in life, when you wait till the time is right, the time never seems to be right.
Right.
So there's,
There's that. No, that's
Yeah.
right. No, so let's just see, get her
Let's get her
best input and your input.
But I mean,
and,
if she's saying that the data collection isn't gonna be as accurate if somebody else does it, then I think we need to listen to her and find out exactly what.
Right, and I might be stating it wrong, so that's another reason why we need her here to, so.
All right, sounds good.
Good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Joseph,
Okay, so March 17th was the last ZBA meeting, once again discussing the Yadgard appeal. And once again, the attorneys for both sides stated their case. The ZBA motioned to adjourn voting until the April meeting.
It's great
Okay.
for the attorneys.
Sort of like a
All right.
class action.
So the Killen Wetlands application is, on again. So we are paying the wetlands application fee, but also one of the requirements of obtaining this wetlands application permit, we had to post it in the paper, right? Did we do that?
Yes.
That was done. That's
Yes,
complete.
yes.
Okay.
I'm waiting
done.
for the affidavit
Done.
to send to, I forget the woman's name. but it's
Okay,
done.
so perfect. So that's Killen regarding Oak Summit, letters to the landowners regarding us taking, I talked about this last meeting, us taking over, a section of their land for the bridge have been sent with the price of each two separate, 600 for one landowner and 700 for the other landowner. That's been sent out, okay? So, there's a little bit of a,
That's condemnation, is that what you're talking about? Condemnation, yeah?
We haven't gotten
No.
that yet. Just when you pay, it's not
Right,
condemnation.
right.
It's
When
temporary
okay,
or
this is
permanent
the
easement.
offer,
it's
yeah.
like,
Okay.
eminent domain.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Is it permanent or temporary?
Permanent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, permanent, absolutely, yeah.
So we haven't gotten a response yet.
We haven't gotten a response
Oh,
from
okay.
them, but they've been sent out, but, yeah.
How much property are we taking from each of them? Approximately. Like,
It's very
5
small.
feet
We're
or
talking
50 feet?
square foot.
Oh.
And, it might be 30 square feet, might be
Okay.
less, So, again, a little bit of a hiccup regarding Oak Summit now. We were doing so well. We wanted to advertise this May. And the plan specs and estimate have to be approved by the New York State DOT. Again, it's part of the grant application process. So that will not be done in time for us to advertise in May. So therefore, Colliers drafted up a letter of to ask for an extension from DOT for the grant. And the letter asks that we now advertise in July. So it's a couple of months extension. So I signed that letter and sent it to DOT. And so that's what's going on with that. Said all that. And then I emailed, and maybe we heard back from Kyle, but I was wondering about our conversation regarding the Gottlieb ZBA inquiry. Like, Kyle was supposed to let us know what to do with that. He has not?
He has
Right.
not.
Just so you know, I sent a email to him, but I got the automatic response that he is away until the 13th. So I would expect that he would be answering that. So,
I
but
think he
yeah,
left Tuesday.
that was something he was going to let us know what to deal with. Okay.
Was that based on the letter, the email that we got about?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And that's it. That's my report.
Thanks, Joe.
Mhm.
Susan?
Yes, so, this month there was a planning board meeting. Richard Phillips is resigning from the board, so we're gonna need a replacement.
Mhm.
And the planning board has also requested that we, search for an alternate as well.
Mhm.
So, I was told, Chrissy, that you may have some people have expressed interest.
Yes,
in-
I have 2 resumes.
Okay, so, yeah, they thought maybe 4, but there's 2, okay. All
Yeah,
right,
Doug
so,
has said he thought it was 3 or 4. I could only find 2, so I could certainly.
Yeah.
what's
we
the
should-
general process you send, or I send, or I don't know who sends out a,
We got these
Expulsion,
resumes
yeah.
quite a few months ago when I don't think we had an opening, and I sent it out
Mhm.
to you guys. I can send them out again.
Mhm.
and maybe,
And then we'll reach out to them to see if they're still interested.
right,
And,
Right.
and then if they are, then we'll just interview. But basically, like, it would be you and, I usually like to have, for ZBA, have Frank there, so,
Doug.
Doug
Mhm.
and yourself, and then any of us. But it doesn't have to be a full board
Right,
interview.
right, right. All right.
And we are advertising these open positions on the website
That's good.
for what it's worth.
Is
We
there,
really haven't gotten
maybe
any.
reach out like through, on Facebook or something like that?
Yes, it's on Facebook,
Okay, great.
our Instagram, and our website. We have only gotten the 2 resumes, but,
Chrissy, I can send it out on my website if you plan to give it to
oh,
me.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Make note of that.
With the rec center website? Oh, well, it's interesting, okay. Good.
You know, if any
All right.
young
never know.
parents want to get
Parents.
involved, yeah, I
You
think
never
that would be
know.
great.
That would be
So,
great.
families?
No, that's
Okay.
terrific.
Thanks, Danielle.
All right, so we had, there were 2 applications that were on. One was 452 Hibernia Road. It's a 4-acre lot, but only 1.2 acres is in the town. But anyway, so they want to build a 10 by 11 porch in their front, and they need site plan approval for that. There was a hearing set for next month on that. And then the only other thing that was happening is, there's a very large property on 343, right after Butts Hollow, on the north side of the road. And that belongs to Francois Maison Rouge, and he has these 2 very large parcels, and one is like 84 plus acres. And he just wanted to take like 7 acres from another adjacent property that he owns and annex them to this existing parcel. It brings his driveway onto the same lot where his residence is. So, the planning board, they declared a type 2 action. They were all A-okay with this, and they waived the public hearing. And so it's basically approved. So,
All right. Well,
all right. So that, and then the CAC, they had their meeting last night, and there was an issue about codification. The town recodified the code back in 24, maybe 23.
Yep.
And so it brought everything under one numbering system, and it was now our code now appears digitally, and it's much easier to search and it's more accessible. The question is, there may be some, it's not been proofread, basically, so, as I understand it. I'm not totally sure, then I might be stating it incorrectly. But there should be a process, and I know that the CAC has made this request before, to have the code make sure that the references correspond to the right code sections, et cetera. So I don't know if there's a process for doing that. I mean, I personally have redlined at least parts of the code to try to do that comparison. And I mean, I haven't been able to like read it line by line. I mean, nothing jumps out at me that's extraordinary. But there have been some changes made, and I guess, you know, this came to public hearing very quickly, and there really wasn't any discussion at the hearing, so there wasn't any, I don't think anybody really looked at this carefully to see if there might have been a substantive issue. And
Just
so-
based on Rouge, you're speaking?
No, I'm talking about our code.
Okay, I
Our
didn't know if you were trying to
code.
circle it back, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. So,
When you say substantive issue, you mean where something just didn't get transcribed or translated appropriately?
right, in
Okay.
some cases, what has been done is that they've changed the words, and not in a big way. They could remove a hyphen or add a hyphen. I mean, it may not make any
Those
difference. It's hard
commas.
to, you know, it's hard to
I
say.
do.
But I think that there were a few issues that were presented to the town board and to the town attorney, and I think that there should at least be a response on this. We should respond to find out, you know, what the situation is on this. And another
Like,
thing,
can I ask specifically, like, what issue? Like, I'm confused. I don't mind.
I'll resend you the letter. I'll resend you the
What-
letter that was
like,
sent
yeah,
to,
like,
that
but
was sent to you
specifically,
guys.
did they give specifically,
Yeah.
like, what, okay.
Yeah, no,
all right.
I'll resend
Yeah,
the letter
that would
so
be
you
great.
guys can
Yeah.
see it.
Was the letter dated from last year? Because I don't
Yeah.
recall ever getting it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, no,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
this was like
Okay.
March 25 or something.
Okay, I just don't
like
recall
Okay.
getting it, I wanted to make sure.
No, we
Yeah.
didn't, we didn't get it.
that. Yeah, no, nobody.
So,
All right.
but the issue, maybe this is me being my normal job type stuff, but have we, instead of trying to get somebody to proof it, maybe, have we ever looked for people like a law student who wants to get into municipal work, but not as an intern, but to
I
just
just,
proof
no,
it?
nobody's done anything like that.
So
I have no
I
idea
look for
what
free
the,
things to do,
but-
people to do free work, that's
but
what I'm
what-
talking about.
but this is something that,
Or
you know,
that
like,
counts for them.
all the municipalities are now bringing all their codes to E-code. So, I mean, this
Right.
is a problem that is being encountered in different places. So we, you know, I can check in to see what other municipalities have done. I'll circulate that letter.
I'll bet you
Yeah.
AI will tell you. Won't be right, but it'll
AI,
tell
of
you.
course it will, yeah, I'll give you an answer. And I just, you know, and the other thing that does bring out by redlining this is that we have a wetlands code that makes reference to a wetlands map, and we've never adopted a wetlands map. I mean, so it seems like a glaring omission in our code.
We've never done that?
No.
Seems to me we have, haven't we?
No.
Didn't we come up with the NRI, the Natural Resource Inventory that we adopted?
Yeah.
Didn't we do that?
Yeah, but the thing is that it's not.
Then that's what it should reference, not
Yeah,
the
the
wetlands
wetlands-
map. That's
yeah.
her point.
Right, exactly.
Doesn't it reference that?
No.
That,
Because
say-
you would have to amend the wetlands law so that it did reference the NRI.
That's exactly her point. It's,
Yeah.
it's little, it's not that it's substantively we don't agree about something, it's that it doesn't say what it is it means.
Right, so, I mean, so,
I do this for a living, you know.
so, I mean, I think that we, if that is the
okay.
intent that we want the NRI wetlands map to be the map for the wetlands law, then we should do that. But right now, it's just,
Listen, I could swear that was done. Like
if you can find
we went
it.
through all that,
references have to
meetings with,
Right,
and
exactly.
I'm
Thank you.
telling you right now, like.
No, you adopted the NRI, there's no
Yeah.
question of that.
It's
But
just,
the thing is that there was no change made to our wetlands law.
Okay.
So that would be referencing,
So we simply need to, in our wetlands law, reference
correct.
The
We would
maps
have
in
to
NRI.
adopt
If we
you
agree
need
that
to
that is the
amend,
wetland- if
you
we
need to
agree-
amend the law.
Right.
We have to agree that that's the wetlands map
Yeah.
first.
And I think that was
Which
the
we-
intent.
which I think that's
Right.
because it was all updated, and everything
Mhm.
else. It was all,
Oh, it might be,
So-
no.
Right.
Yeah.
So, right, so I
Well,
think
that's a
that,
simple,
Well,
It
but
should
those are
be
the kinds of
simple, yeah.
omissions
Let's
or
Right.
inconsistencies she's exactly talking about, where it'll have a reference to something that may no longer exist, or that,
yeah,
things like that, and which is why,
okay, that's
Proofing
one.
it.
All right.
Let's get-
But I'm
yeah.
pretty sure, like, the Village of Millbrook Police Department, for instance, they put their policy and procedure into E-code, and then I'm pretty sure they have someone who monitors it for them, so that when laws come out and things change.
they do.
that's
they do.
prospective. You have to make sure what you put in.
I think that they do.
Yeah.
Or doesn't E-code do that for us?
I don't know if they still are doing it, to be honest. I know they
Oh, we
were.
should check
I don't
that
know
out.
if the contract expired or if there even was one, and they just meant to,
Well,
watch
that's a
out.
good point.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd
so,
have to look to see.
But you
if-
basically send them your resolutions and your laws, and then they amend the code to keep it up to date.
so- we haven't passed that many laws since it was,
No.
I mean, maybe there's one or two laws, but yeah, generally what happens is the way it appears online is that they'll have laws that have been adopted since the recodification, which I guess was in September of '24, I think, so it's not that long ago. And then I think if there's a section number that applies, it gets incorporated into the new code. So, yeah, like for example, the law that we're talking about with the fees, like that'll get entered into the code and it'll tell us like when the change happened. So,
But do they proof it when they enter it?
no, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I have no
It
idea.
goes
I'd
into
like
the
to
abyss.
know.
It goes into the
Yeah.
E-code abyss.
Well, no, I mean,
I mean, I don't know who looked at all this stuff and made the changes. Do you guys know who made all the changes? I mean, because they had to go section by section and say, oh, that used to be section 109, now it's 265. So
Well, Leslie worked on
Leslie
that
worked on it, yeah.
with that, what was his name, that lawyer that we worked on with the hospitality.
Oh, Jim
So,
Stout, yeah.
Yeah,
Jim Stout did
I
that.
believe.
I'm gonna
Really?
bet
He was
on-
hired to do that?
Well,
I'm going to bet on, in
Somebody
the
that
event when we've done a
Leslie, yeah.
recodification, we've had a lawyer doing something. Is that a fair bet?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it probably was Vanderwater, I would think.
Yeah, I
That
would
would be
think.
more likely, I would think.
okay.
But who knows? I don't know.
Send him out of the room if we use somebody else. I cannot imagine that this particular town would have done any recodification without some lawyer being involved. Which,
I'm sure of that.
So,
One
Chrissy,
would
is there
hope they
somewhere
would
we
have
can
proved it.
track that down, right? There's got
I'm
to be
gonna have to
records
track it
somewhere.
down.
I
I
can
almost
probably
think
Okay.
streamline it.
Leslie worked with consultants, and we might
Yeah.
have used the recommended, they might have recommended a law firm. I don't know if I'm getting confused with, because
Okay.
there's a lot
it's
going
worth checking.
with hospitality and NRI, there's a lot
Yeah.
going back then, so I might be
I
getting.
can check it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll check it.
I
Okay.
can even look at the accounting records.
I'll-
Yeah.
I'll see.
okay,
All
thank you.
right, so, yeah, let's track that down and see what, just to see and make sure, because I'm not sure how to proceed. I'll send you guys the things that the CAC came up with. Yeah, and then, there were just a couple things on, slow-mo May. I mean, I see that a lot of estates around here and other people are now being selective with how they're mowing, so they're not taking down everything. They're not,
Doing what? I don't
they're
know.
not like at Thorndale, like they're not doing like a complete mow.
No.
They're just doing like maybe a border mow, like through the whole season, the whole mowing season. Because now people have learned that, there's a lot of value in retaining those you know, those, that everything doesn't get cut down, so you lose the, you know,
It's for the
plants and the
pollinators and the
Yeah.
insects.
Thank you,
Yes.
exactly, exactly.
They're natural
So,
benefits.
and I think that there was something on the
But
website
at
the
the
past
same
few
time,
years.
it, you know, it's more like vermin and ticks and everything else.
If you go walking
Skyrocket,
through it, yeah,
yeah,
you could.
yeah.
So, well, that brings up, and there's another thing that's
So
been,
for people with their, like Thorndale is one thing, it's a field.
right.
People on their front lawns is another. You can have dogs and everything else walking through it.
Well, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just saying that,
Yeah.
you know, there might, I think that people have to use their judgment what
Right.
works for them, but, yeah. And then, Shannon Ladeau, who's a member of our CAC,
Yeah.
she had an article published in, Ecosphere and some other journal, I believe, that talks about, like, you know, speaking of ticks, that now they're finding multiple diseases being carried by young ticks that are much harder to detect, these
That's
nymphs. And like
Oh, yeah.
you know, there's, you know, something that's
And
malaria-like,
could
something
that
that,
be
there's
a-
the alpha-gal.
And
and-
could that be a result of all this high grass all of a sudden?
I don't think so.
You know, with the escalation of the new tick diseases?
Is that what you think?
Yeah, well, something is causing it.
No, this has been something they've been measuring for at least 10 years.
10 years,
Yeah.
like all of a sudden we're hearing about it, like,
Well, that's
No,
like, we
no,
didn't
no,
have
they've been-
ticks before either. Let's
Yeah.
be serious.
Yeah,
Well, you might want
Oh,
to
when
talk
I
to
was
her
in
about
camp in
that.
Oakdale, Connecticut, we didn't have ticks.
we have,
You might want
We've
to
had
talk to, I
ticks a
think
long
Shannon could give you
Yeah,
a lot
I'm-
better information than I
yeah.
could.
you know,
So, all right, that's
We have not
that's all
heard of
from
any,
me. Thank you.
we haven't had any problem with any of the birds in this area, have we?
yes,
We have.
yes,
Because I
I
know
know-
it's
Yes, we have.
over in LaGrange, it's there.
Clinton, I
Yes.
know it's there,
yes, we have.
What's
Okay.
there?
avian flu, the birds dying.
Because apparently it is, somebody told me, and the reason, it can jump species. It is not unique
Yeah.
to just birds.
That's right.
Felines definitely can get it, even dogs can get it. And it's rare that it goes to people, very rare, but it is there. And the DEC is doing nothing to clear any of it, because I tried. So just, I think we should be careful, and then certainly if you see any dead birds, try and get somebody to get them out of there if you can. Any of the pups. Good,
They
okay.
say double bag them.
Is that what it is?
Double bag
Double
them.
bag?
Do not touch them and double bag them.
And well, the guy whose property I'm walking on, he didn't clear them either.
Oh, wow.
But DEC didn't want to do it. They didn't bother. They know about it, so.
So Maxine,
there.
Well,
All
you
right.
heard about the panic button
you
already.
have the floor, and before you do that,
Yes.
Maxine has volunteered to be the liaison to the ethics board, am I right?
Yeah, I spoke to Deirdre about it very briefly, just a little, before the
On the
meeting.
way in.
And yes, I did volunteer, partially because I've been doing that for, I won't say how many years, but a very long time.
Yeah.
And it's part of what I've always done, so it's an easy one to do, plus scheduling is adaptable apparently.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to do that.
Okay.
I'm also happy to use, my background is different than everybody else's, as my joking, but I wasn't really joking about risk, and insurance is one area you can use. You use me wherever, I don't know how it relates. I'm happy to help wherever that is. And I think, take advantage of what I know, and also my connections, like, insurance brokers and things like that. I know Wheeling is here, I know they're
Very
here.
nice of you.
I'm not saying you get a discount just because I go ask them, but there are a couple of other areas, because I talked briefly to Susan. I didn't get a chance to talk to Deirdre about this, and I didn't talk to you, Joe, either, but there are a couple of areas where we might want to, I don't know if you want to create a liaison. They're expensive areas, but maybe they need more representation at our meetings. Maybe the library and the highway department. Anything else that you can think of?
The highway
You
department
mentioned
is
something.
here, Joe
Joe was
Stabenow,
here,
yeah.
sorry. But we don't have specific liaison to them, which maybe we
Yes,
don't
we
need.
do.
Who is?
I am.
Are you?
Yes.
See, I didn't know that. Okay, I apologize. I'll take that
I
one back.
didn't know.
See, she didn't know either. Okay, I take that one back.
Well, that's why he does the bridges and the culverts.
Oh, got it.
Of
No,
course, that
the
makes
but
sense.
not the library.
No,
No, okay, so
Okay.
not the library, and what did you
The
mention?
fire department.
The fire department.
which is a big line.
Which I'm mad at Matt because I didn't get invited to the induction ceremony. But I'll take
Oh,
it
are
up
you
with
sure to check your box?
I did, unless it fell down in there.
Oh, because that's where
I'm sure you got it.
I was,
No, she didn't get invited either.
No, and I get invited every year.
Oh,
What?
Well, I'll go check the box again. Maybe it
The
fell
fire
down.
The
dinner.
installation dinner
You
for
didn't
the
get
for
invited?
fire.
no, Max.
I didn't get I don't think I got invited.
Oh.
Well, Ted got invited through the village, but I still
I'll go
feel
check
like-
again. Maybe
I still
it
feel
was
like
it
I
small
wasn't
enough that it
invited.
could have fallen down inside.
No, it was an 8 by 11.
No, then I didn't get
I
it.
wasn't invited.
I won't go, I wasn't invited.
I'm gonna go yell at Matt. That's all.
So, yeah,
You invite me.
as far as the ethics goes, I feel like I'm happy to.
That's
to hand it
fine.
off to you.
I'd
As
be
I
happy
said,
to do it.
I did attend their meeting. They didn't have a quorum,
Which
so
is a problem
it was-
right there.
It was a quick meeting, but yeah, they meet. I think every other month.
Well, whenever the reason. like,
They're not very active as far as like getting complaints, which is
Yeah.
probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good thing.
Certainly, you would know way more about ethics than I, so I'm happy to pass it
Yeah,
on.
nobody wants to know about ethics if they can avoid it. I get it. Okay, so that one is easy, and then the others, if we think it's appropriate, I mean, certainly the library is a big area for us, the fire department is a big thing for us.
But you're
Okay,
the fire
highway is
department,
yours.
There isn't anything for the fire department. Gary and I had met with the village and the fire department for their budget review.
Got it. Okay, I
Because, so we
understand.
sat through their budget review.
Right.
We had discussed liaisons at that time. The fire department's complicated in the sense that while we are a big funder of the fire department,
It's not.
there's two separate silos in the fire department. There's the Millbrook Fire Department, which covers it. The village owns it. It covers like the building and the trucks and the apparatus and the turnout gear and that stuff. And then there's Millbrook Engine Hook and Ladder, which is like the social structure of the fire department, and that's a private 501c3 not-for-profit.
Oh, interesting.
So they have two separate monthly meetings. So
Wow.
obviously the non-for-profit is they're not open meetings. They're
Right.
not under the same laws, but anyone can go to the Millbrook Fire Department meetings.
Interesting.
That's what Gary and I learned at the budget review.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, we've never had a liaison per se.
No, it was just in conversation. It hadn't occurred to me,
Yeah.
all I said was my brother-in-law was a volunteer fireman, and Matt knows this because I've told him that for like more than 50 years, so,
Right,
Yeah.
but that has nothing to do with anything.
okay.
So it was the library was the only other one, but that's, again, a question to think about. Maybe we don't decide till January, maybe they don't want anybody to talk about them here.
Yeah, okay. Anything else?
Not at the moment, other than
Thank
if you
you.
want to use me as you would like.
Thank you very much, appreciate that. Okay. Young fellow, did you have anything you wanted to ask us? And who are you?
The reason I'm here, I'm Justin Loibel, and I'm a Boy Scout in Troop 3050 in Poughkeepsie. And for one of my merit badges, I'm required to attend a meeting that uses parliamentary procedure. It's the public speaking merit badge. So I have a little slip of paper that I need someone to sign that says I'm at the meeting.
This was a long one.
Listen, you earned that. You earned that signature.
Someone better sign it because I've been here for an hour and 45 minutes.
So tell us what you've learned, one thing that you've learned from this meeting, and then we'll sign it.
Oh, you're mean.
Come on, you were
like,
paying attention, right?
what you were talking about.
Anybody.
Anything,
Yeah, anything.
anything that came out of this meeting.
Did you learn anything about parliamentary procedure?
Anything.
Well, I mean, I kind of know parliamentary procedure. You guys weren't really.
We don't do
doing
it.
crazy.
That's
Not
right.
really.
Not a crazy amount. I mean, you did have like motions
Mm-hmm.
Right.
to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I mean, regarding to the meeting, I mean, what I remember is the birds were dying. They had disease.
Yeah.
other things that I remember with the department of the highway department that they cleared the roads for the marathon.
Good.
Okay, good.
And graders are expensive.
All right.
New graders are very
And
expensive.
graders and windows are expensive.
It's in my bag.
So
He
Jim,
must have zoned out on the window.
Jim, I have a question.
And
I
you
gather-
someone have a pen?
Yes.
I have a
Sir,
pen.
so towns and villages are not
You
required
deserve a badge for
to
just
to-
this.
This is
Approve
Gary
minutes?
Safari, he's
Yeah.
our town supervisor.
If you want,
No.
I have my ID
No.
to make sure that
That's
I'm
great.
Justin Loibel.
Thank
That's
you.
wonderful.
Thank you for coming and sitting through
Yeah.
our meeting.
Well, obviously, we did
What made you
not, so
come
I'm
over
assuming
here?
that this is not a new, it
It's-
should have,
here.
if. we
It's
you live
like
here.
a
somebody
2-minute walk
said
from
so.
my
I
house.
see, okay, I see.
So I kind of just saw, oh, there's a town
We
board
didn't do
meeting
that.
this week. Let
You
me
don't have to do it.
walk on over.
No, you do it the next month, you get the minutes and review them and
There
then
you
you
go.
approve them.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Take
you. Thanks for
care.
coming.
You do
Few
3 of them at a
meetings,
time?
several of them, yeah.
Do we do that? I don't know if we
What's
do
that?
that. Do we ever approve minutes?
We don't usually. We're supposed to.
Ah,
We're not really
you didn't
supposed
hear
to.
that, you didn't hear
We're
that.
not required under town municipal law.
No.
We can.
That's what I was
but
just asking him.
We're not required to do so.
What? Really?
We never have.
We're not. Not
I'm
under
amazed.
town municipal, we're not.
Oh, I'm not doubting you, I'm
Association of
just,
Towns,
Yeah.
look it up. You-
I have the book in the car because I was
So
gonna read it
sometimes
over
what
dinner, which I
happens
never
is-
got to do.
I do have
The
book. I
town
have to look
boards
at
that
those.
do review the minutes or approve the minutes, the town clerk can turn around and say, well, I was there at the meeting and these are my minutes. And I'm not gonna change them because that's what I heard and then it causes problems.
They're actually
So-
the clerk's minutes. They're not the
So a
town
lot
board's
of
minutes.
times it causes
Oh,
problems.
that explains
Some
it then.
municipalities
So it's the
don't.
clerk's
They're the
minutes.
clerk's minutes. They're not the town board's minutes.
That is weird, okay.
I know that
Because they say the town clerk is
supposed to
serving
with the
as the
clerk?
secretary to the meeting.
Then you
This
don't.
is-
But you see, if you do it in just in a corporate world, it's the secretary's minutes, like, because I've been the secretary forever, but the board changes it. They can make amendments to the minutes. Wow, that's weird. Do we have to sign vouchers? No vouchers?
Oh, yeah.
So back to my question.
Some of the rules are strange, right?
That is a strange rule. That's what I was asking. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I guess quite a few town clerks and their meetings.
Okay, that's fine. I
But
was
it's fully up,
no, I was just asking the question because I was
you know, and
surprised.
if someone said, Chrissy, this is wrong, I'd say,
You don't care.
we're gonna fix it. Yeah.
But the only way we'd know it's wrong is if we read it, which we can't know that unless we see them, so.
Right. I mean, I
I
can
mean,
send them
so-
to you after I do them, they're on the website, it's,
It's an interesting question.
I'm sorry. That was me.
So we're going to go into executive for a brief period of time. So I make a motion to go into executive session to discuss a
Okay,
personnel matter.
okay.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
At 7:50?
Do we want Jim?
As much as his brother